I couldn't stop feeling guilty about what had happened, so I scolded myself that we shouldn't waste any more time and we had to go look for her as soon as possible. My little sister was going through an adorable phase. She was only 5 years old and was totally fascinated by unicorns. For her, the existence of these fantastic beings was irrefutable. She was convinced they lived in the woods and that they were very friendly. She was very disappointed because she had never seen one in her life. And I, as her older brother, tried not to crush her illusions and often assured her that they did exist, only that, because we lived in Minnesota, there weren't many of them in the woods since the climate was so cold. On her 6th birthday, I gave her what I thought would be the best gift in the world: a glass jar I filled with gummy candies. I put a label on it that said, "Food for Unicorns," and finally told her that this was the magical creature's favorite food. I said it would be enough to scatter a few gummies in our backyard. Surely they couldn't resist and would come out of the woods to see her, I told her. My plan was to wait until she fell asleep or got distracted by something else, then quickly go out and gather the supposed food. That way I could make her believe the unicorns had come to our house to eat. Without hesitation, she grabbed the jar, ran to get her unicorn coat and backpack and, because of that adorable innocence, ran out to the backyard. But I underestimated her determination. A long time passed before we realized she was no longer in the yard. We searched thoroughly and saw several gummies scattered all over and some outside our house. When we couldn't find her, we quickly alerted the authorities, who arrived soon after and asked us many questions. The police, my father, and I had to follow my little sister's footprints, which were imprinted in the snow. We followed her trail for more than 2 kilometers, until finally we lost it. We didn't know which way to go, so we continued searching the surroundings for any sign that would lead us to her. Unfortunately, we found one. It was the small unicorn coat my sister had been wearing, stuck in the branches of a tree at a very great height. The worst part was that it was almost completely torn and covered in blood. The search intensified until an officer found my sister's backpack a kilometer farther on. It, too, was caught in a tree and looked very similar to the coat. It was shredded and had traces of blood. They searched for her for several more hours, but it was obvious we would not find her alive. In fact, we never found her. The police never gave us an explanation for what had happened. They simply closed the case without solving it. To this day, I keep regretting what I did. It was all my fault. My little sister, in her innocence, went out to look for unicorns to feed them, but apparently she ended up being food for other, less friendly creatures.